Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Humna and I create these videos where I share the process of my creativity, where I ponder over these things that I receive in my meditations and questions that my heart asks, which I bring out through my art and discuss how it makes us all feel within ourselves when we question them. And through this channel, my main intention is to create art, teach art, and allow art to be that tool which helps us to connect with our true core inner being. For me, art has been something that has held me really tight because without it, there was no way I could make sense of the chaos that was happening around me. And so through art, I learned a language of expressing my innermost core beliefs and gain clarity as to who I truly am at my soul level. So having said that, the first part of my creativity is always understanding what my thoughts are and where my thoughts are taking me today. So in this moment, I was urged to sit down to think on the word marriage. And marriage is something that, having experienced and getting out of recently, has made me question what is it that we truly as a society understand what marriage is, and what is it that I personally understand marriage at my soul level. So when I look at this word, I had this panic attack and I used to be like scared of it because I always thought that somebody else had the power over me, and that really really scared me. And so marriage for me was a lot of fear, a lot of submission to another human being, to their desires, to their wishes, to fulfill them, to please them, and that sort of thing. And so that's what I had seen my ancestors or people before me through my family, and I questioned that what they went through or how they survived or lived through their marriage. Of course, that was something, the path they had chosen, that's what their soul came here to do. But is that what my soul came here to do? And so that made me want to dive deeper into this word marriage. And what came through was, for me, marriage is a promise of peace. And that is something that I did not see in the marriages that I saw growing up. It was more people pleasing, it was more doing the things so that the other person would be happy, whereas you always came second. So I grew up thinking that I was like a second class citizen, that everything best would be given to somebody else, and I deserve, you know, the second option. Like the best option will never be for me because I don't deserve it. And the best would be given to the one who is my guardian, or who is my husband, or who is my father. So they will always have the best, and I will always get the scraps. Or so I personally in myself was okay with receiving very bare minimum in a relationship, in any relationship. It could be friendship, it could be work, it could be anything at all, and I would be okay. And I'd started telling this to myself. I told a friend of mine once, I'm actually really happy with very little. And it is true, because I had learned through all my experiences that little is enough, right? Because I looked at it as little. Anyway, that's a different topic to go on to. But in this moment in time, what I want to focus on is the promise of peace. And then I went into the understanding of what truly is peace. If marriage is what needs to get us to peace, and that is the promise, so I understand promise is a commitment, but then what is peace? Like, and that is something so many of us don't even understand. Yes, we're looking for peace, we're wanting peace, But what is peace for me? And peace for me is being able to be myself, right? I want to be myself. I don't want to hide parts of me from my partner, or I don't want to be, I don't like something about me, so I'm not going to tell them because then they will not like me. I don't want to judge myself when I'm with the person that I love. I just want to be fully myself. Now, that leads me to the next question, which is what is and who is myself, right? What is myself? Because I am a product of my culture, my tradition, my religion. All of these things are what defines me and makes me who I am. But then at my core level, like at my root, at my soul level, what is me? Who is me? And what is it that I believe is myself, right? And so to dive deeper into that, I understand now that I have a masculine energy and a feminine energy. So let's say masculine is M-E, wow, comes out me, and F is feminine energy is F-E. So these two components, these two energies make me myself, right? Now, to understand the masculine side in me and the feminine side in me, I dive deeper into understanding, okay, the masculine energy, what is it that I need? If I feel respected, I will allow myself to speak, right? Now, the feminine energy, so this one is respect, and the feminine energy is my emotional side. So emotions, emotional body, emotional understanding. Sorry, I've written E twice. Anyway, let me just get my eraser. So that is my emotional side, right? So when I'm respected from my emotional side, again, myself becomes stronger. So I want to feel respected, and I want to feel respected not for what my physical appearance or body is like. I want to be respected for my emotional side also. I think it's this one's more like, so when I feel okay in being able to show my emotions, actually, do you know what? I just realized, guys, the feminine side wants to feel safe. That's the side. That's what I want to feel. So when I feel safe, then I will allow myself to be. So this one, the masculine side, is about speaking, is the throat chakra. And when I feel safe, I allow myself to be stronger in my, I'm getting heart chakra. And they're both very close to each other anyway. Another video for that one to clarify the chakras. But so this one is about speaking and this one is about being. So my masculine energy, so the men in general, or the gender men, not the energy, value being respected, and the women want to feel safe. So these are the two energies that are within me, but they're also present in all of us. And so when a masculine feels respected, then they are able to speak and clear their throat. And when the women feel safe, then they allow themselves to just be, right? And then I have this feeling, which is, I just got my notes here, right? So the masculine energy, you know, so this side of us, what happened was that we were told that if we were to show emotions, so for example, I showed an emotion, anger, right? This was very strong emotion. If I show anger, that's a bad thing. If I show pain, that's a bad thing. If I show jealousy, that's not a good thing. So all these things we were needing to suppress, because every time you showed anger, you lost respect. Every time you said, I am in pain, you seemed weak. And so that was not great. So you would be disrespected because you were not, you were weak, right? Who likes weak? So jealousy. And if you were to say, oh, I'm really jealous of this person, you were not able to say it fully because you would feel like that's not great, right? You don't want to be jealous. So you were not, on the masculine energy, we were not allowed to show our emotions. And so when you did not show them, you did not, when you're being asked to not show something, that means you're asking to cover it up so that you do not engage in your emotions. You do not recognize them as being important, and you also don't want to deal with them. And if at times you do want to deal with them, you want to escape them, so you take on addictions, and that leads to that makes you feel comfortable and numb yourself. So that's a lot. Now look at this. Like, so the masculine energy wants to be respected, because when it is respected is when it is able to speak the truth. But what happened was that in life, in the society, in the world that we live in, they were not allowed to express these whatever emotions. There must be billions and billions of emotions that they were unable to process, and they were told not to show them, because when you show your emotions, you will not be respected. So automatically you started not wanting to show them, and that not showing led you to not engage with your emotions, not recognize them as important, not deal with them in time, and look for ways that you can escape. And when you did escape, you became addicted to work, to drugs, to substances, to making money, whatever it is that addiction happened. And that made us all numb in the masculine energy. And when you are numb, you don't want to speak. You can't speak. No communication. So your masculine side got the neck, the throat chakra got strangled, and so there is no communication here. Now, when we go on to the feminine energy within us all, or whoever's watching, or for myself, really, I did not feel safe. So when I did not feel safe, I wanted to either be hideaway, or I decided to scream, to to be like, when somebody comes and threatens you, like if you think of an animal, and one of the things the animal does, it starts screaming for help. I need help, I need help. So we started screaming, like screaming loudly, or we also learned ways to, I think we on the feminine side, we increased our feelings. We were we couldn't, it wasn't that we could increase or decrease, because we have hormonal cycles. So we are created in a way that our cycle makes us feel all the emotions. You see, so women do not have a choice but to feel all the emotions. So here, the masculine side was able to numb itself, like it just kind of, women were on the masculine side. I'll get to what I'm saying later, but what I'm getting here is that because the women didn't have a choice, their cycles of the periods allows them to, want or not want, they still have to face all the emotions of anger, frustration, annoyance, blah, 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 da, overly expressive. They couldn't control. This was something inside their body, so they have to go through it. Now, when they are going through it and they do not allow themselves, if they don't feel safe, if so, for example, I'm saying that when I have my periods, I get very edgy, and I truly get very edgy, and I'm just like, they like, don't come close to me, like, just maintain that, so I but I wasn't allowed to do that. Because I wasn't allowed to do that, and I had to continue living life like normal days, I wasn't I wasn't feeling safe in myself, because I wasn't listening and being in sync with my body. If I'm not in sync with my body, then I truly cannot feel safe in my being. Because if I'm saying I am annoyed and frustrated and blah blah, and somebody, the world around me is like, you still have to keep on working, you still have to do what you have to do, that means I'm ditching the inside part of my existence just so that the outside part of me can be fulfilled and lived and keep on moving on autopilot. Whereas my body is saying, I'm frustrated, I just need to sit down and do nothing. But I can't do this because I have to perform in the world. And so I have to numb this natural cycle, natural emotion, so that I can be performing for the world. And now, in this performing, I have abandoned my own emotion. So, when I have abandoned my emotion, my inner soul core level is like, Hamna is not going to take care of me. I don't even think she cares about me. So, what's the point? So, my internal soul doesn't feel safe in myself. My soul is not safe expressing or connecting to me, because I constantly suppress it. No, you're feeling like you want to have ice cream, but no, you can't have it because you're going to go fat, right? So I'm so concerned about getting fat that I do not give my body that what it desires or wants in that moment. And a balance is, of course, needed and is okay. But if you're constantly at all times denying yourself from what you deserve, denying from what you deserve, then you are programming yourself to deserve only scraps. You're saying it's okay. You're accepting the little, right? You're saying it's okay to have little. Wow, I did not see that coming, but yeah. When you are not friends with your own soul, when your soul is not safe, with you in your body, you're denying it of what it deserves. So you automatically give it whatever is there, whatever, because you say, just okay. And when you give yourself scraps, you choose partners or jobs or professions or everything or anything in life based on, I'm okay with just doing a minimum job and getting through the day because that's okay, that's what I deserve, right? You automatically make yourself deserve second best, oh my God, because that's what you feel you deserve. So that's the feminine side and that's the masculine side. So we start accepting that not talking to ourselves, not connecting to our soul is okay. And so we choose partners and jobs and professions where we are not fully satisfied, we are not getting what we desire and want, and we settle because we think it's okay. So we are accepting this no communication numbness because we don't think we are deserving of anything better. Oh my God. We are accepting we are accepting this no communication, no connection relationships because we don't feel we are deserving of anything more. Right. Because when we were younger, we were not able to show our emotions because that would make us weak. And we started going okay with being weak because we were following what we were being told. So we were feeling weak, but we would act strong. So we are feeling weak. So feeling weak, but we are acting strong. Oh my God, look at this. We are feeling and we are acting. So we are feeling weak and we are acting strong. So we are in both cases lying, pretending, and wearing a mask so that we can be satisfying the society, but not recognizing that we are at all levels abandoning ourselves for other people, for the society, for wherever or whoever, wherever we belong, we think we belong to because we think we belong to a culture, a tradition, or religion, and we've forgotten that we belong in ourselves. We belong to the soul and the body. We constantly ditch our soul thinking we're taking care of the body, but the body cannot survive without the soul. So you see, the feminine energy cannot survive without the masculine energy, and the masculine energy cannot survive without the feminine. There is no human being, because this is the being. So if we say soul is your masculine side, sorry, body would be the masculine side because they are the action oriented, right? So if the soul is the feminine side and your masculine side is your body, right? You can't be alive. I mean, a soul is separate entity and a body is separate entity. And to be a human being, oh my God, look at this, guys. To be myself, I have to recognize myself as a human being. Human is the side which is masculine, and being is the side which is the soul. So to be myself, if this is not in balance, I can't be who I am. And to be who I am, I need to have a balance of these two. So I need to go into myself and ask myself, like at this point where I am ditching my soul, to stop ditching my soul. Because my soul is what will help my body. I am thinking the body is helping my soul, and that's pretty much this way. So we're constantly taking from masculine energy. So men are constantly providing, doing, and they're overworking, and the females are taking, thinking, and taking not pure stuff, taking no communication, bullshit, addictions, drugs. People are taking, like, the masculine energy is numbing itself constantly, and the female are okay taking that, taking no communication, no connection in relationships, no joys, no nothing. How are we expecting peace when we are okay accepting men, or the masculine energy is zero and overworked? Because that's what they think. They think providing is what really makes them a man. But in reality, it is the connection that makes them a man. It is the communication that makes them a man. It is that love that they provide that will make a woman feel okay in being who she is. But when you don't talk and give her the emotional connection, the communication, you cannot be in a balanced relationship. And to be myself, I have to understand the masculine and the feminine energy inside me to bring them into a balance, so that I can be myself fully. To be myself means being at peace. So when I marry the internal masculine in me and the internal feminine in me, when I start valuing myself, when I start valuing my soul and follow my intuition, connection to the divine, when I follow this, my masculine energy will feel respected, will feel strong, will feel guided from the above realms. So the energy comes from the above realms to the feminine energy. Wow. Because this is the soul. The energy comes from the top, from the unseen world, into the seen world. And the masculine energy is what brings it into the physical realm. Whoa, this is so crazy. Whew, okay. Anyway, so this took me longer than I thought, but I'm just, it's called the promise of peace. Is the balancing of your masculine and feminine energies what is coming through, guys, today. I'm going to use my watercolor pad paper, and I'm almost excited and nervous because I'm not sure what's going to come, but let's see where it takes us today on this journey. Let's see if I can leave it. I'm a bit like, wow, it's like a too much, it's beautiful, but it's, it always makes me go like, ooh, so much information. So we're talking about unseen world. So that's the unseen world. The information comes down to the feminine energy so that it can be transferred into the masculine energy. So this is the, might make it into, I know what this is. I know what this is, guys. You know, there is a beautiful, it's, I think it's called, oh God, what is it called? Whew, there's a symbol. There is a symbol. There is a symbol. It is in Christianity. And I drew a piece. I created a piece. I'll try and see if I can find it. It's the symbol of Christianity, and it's about how the two circles come together and form like a little almond shape in the center, and that is I can't remember the name. It's so crazy. Anyway, oh, so excited. Now I'm gonna go horizontal just because it feels right to be horizontal for this one. As always, bring yourselves into this present moment. Thank the universe, thank Allah, thank the creator, thank whoever it is that you are connected with in this moment. Take a nice deep breath in and be grateful for whatever it is that you're receiving through this video, through the art, and whatever it is that you will channel through as you dive deeper into your own being and find what is the promise of peace for you and yourself. So that, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to create my Allah and make sense of that what goes on in my head and heart. I've placed my little dot here. Using that dot, I'm going to create a line of 14 centimeters for now. I always speak about this, that the dot is the beginning and then comes the line. It doesn't work the other way. You don't go create the line and do the dot. There's a process to how evolution and creation happens. There has to be steps that we have to take, that we have to trust in the process, because that's what we are being taught here to do, is to trust the process and not be focusing on perfection, not to be focusing on what you are creating, but allow that what wants to get created through you to be created, just as the universe, the higher being wants it to be. So I'm hearing 7. I wonder if today is the 7th. I don't know. Let's see. I'm hearing the number 7 very, very clearly right now. So number 7 is allowing me to make, so this is the dot. I'm going to see if I can get a compass to, how about we do a 7, because 7 is coming up, so maybe that's what we're being guided to do. I'm opening my compass to 7 centimeters right now, and okay, that's it. So placing it, I think I would need to, this is just my gut feeling going here again, don't know if I'm right or not, move maybe say 3.5 centimeters. So 1, 2, 3 and a 0.5 here, and then 1, 2, 3 and a 0.5 here, right? And I think we go, that 3.5 is, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Always try to go right and left together when you create your circle. That balances your subconscious mind. And then I'm going to do another circle. There we go. Alhamdulillah. Oh, this is magic, guys. Right? And then when we look at this, I was thinking it's going to be a horizontal piece, but when I look at it, I think it's a vertical. And what it's doing is let's see what happens if we open our compass to 14. Let me see. It's going to probably like go beyond the sheet, but we'll see. If it opens to 14, that's another thing also. Let me see if it does. Okay, yep, it does. So if we place our compass here, let's see what happens. Goes down here. Nah, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'll tell you what I'm thinking, guys, so you understand what it is, what's happening. Oof, I'm so excited. So we have this line, right? We have this line, which is, I don't know why, but we were asked to make only 14. So I'm placing my ruler here. I'm gonna create a line here, but I'm not filling this gap up. There. I like the thing. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to use this as my edge. So I'm going to open my compass from the edge of the paper to that inner circle, put my compass right at the edge, as close to the edge as I can, and not inside, but I'm going to draw a circle outside of it. I will explain why I'm doing this, because everything I do has to have a reason on the sheet of paper, because we're telling a story, right? This is like a story book that we are writing, so we don't want just add things here and there. They have to be very intentional. You have to give full attention. The two mantras that I have is to give it attention and to do it with intention, right? So that's what I'm going to focus on, and I am going to use my compass, place it here, and create circles, guys, like ripple effects, right? So, and I don't want it to be in balance, so I'm not measuring this part. See, I'm not measuring, just allowing it to just kind of go as further as my compass will allow me to go. These sessions are great to remind you that you don't have to be an artist to draw or paint or to even watch a video. Like, you can sometimes just watch something, and that in itself is, you know, inspirational enough. So there we are, and let's see, turn it the other way and place our paper here, and okay, just look at that, guys. It's very important to not measure all the time. I mean, the tools are going to be precise in themselves anyway, so if you bring in like too much measuring in, it's just like aiming for perfection, which is like, really, why do you want to be perfect when you were created so beautifully imperfect? And when you start celebrating your imperfections, you realize that you're never meant to really be in, you know, perfection anyway, because it's boring. Well, that's just me. Okay, there we are, right? So now let's see how we can read this. So we spoke about our two masculine feminine energies within ourselves, and so if we look at the left side as the masculine energy and the right side as the feminine energy, and then we're turning it like that. So this is the feminine and this is the masculine, right? I want you to look at this very carefully, guys, and see. This part of us is the feminine energy, and this is connected from the top part here, right? From the unseen realm. So our intuition, thanks to our feminine energy, is highly potent, right? So if you are not connecting to your emotions, or you numbing them down through whatever it is that you're doing by distracting yourself and not channeling and facing your emotions, you are blocking your connection with the unseen world, with the divine, and you're not nurturing your feminine side. And if you are too much grounded into the earth, you're too focused about money, future, what will happen, how will I do this, how will I do that, that is being an imbalanced masculine energy. The way to balance is to come into togetherness and know that you are deserving of the love that your creator is sending you from the beyond. Your imagination is this much, and his imagination is beyond your understanding. There's not even a mark here, right? And so when you connect to your emotions, you are able to connect to your divine creator. Through that information, through your emotions, you are being guided to connect to your logic, to your mind, to your insight, to your practicality, so that you can survive in this world. But you cannot just live like that. Be a man, toughen up, don't show your emotions, deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, go take some drugs and you'll be fine. Go watch a movie, you'll be fine. Go to sleep, you'll be fine. No, you will not be fine till you embrace your emotions, till you acknowledge that you are a human being and you came here to be representative of the creativity of your creator. You did not just exist out of nothing. You exist because you matter. And how do you matter? Is because your creator thinks you matter, and he is reaching out to you through this telephone line, which you need to channel into so that you can feel complete and grounded. The information how to survive on this planet comes from the feminine energy into the masculine energy, and that's where the grounding happens, right? And then back into the being, and there we go back up again. So when this is really interesting, so we come down as a soul into the human body, into your mother's womb, right? And the mother's womb is what protects us, provides for us, gives us whatever it is that we need. We just have to exist inside the womb, don't we? Right? Everything is taken care of. That's all your creator wants you is to be God conscious, is to recognize his powers over you. Remember that you have no control till he allows you to have the control in your being. So this part, it comes from here, your soul comes down here, stays in the womb. This is where the masculine energy is taken care, everything is fine, you're good, you're taken care of, you're providing, blah blah blah. When you're done with this part of your life, you've done your job, whatever it is that you were created for, you've given to the planet, you've you've given whatever it is, you're whatever you came here to do, give love or give education or give knowledge or whatever it is that you came here to do as a soul. So the soul comes from top, comes into the body, stays in the body, because remember the masculine energy is the body, this is the soul. When this is where they combine together, and this is where the creativity happens. When you come down, you shed off this layer, the body gets left behind, and up goes the soul. And the soul is based, this part is what is returned back to the creator, for it belongs to the creator. And this was the journey. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna sit down and do like work on this piece. I will be sharing it on my social media, through my YouTube channel and Instagram and TikTok, how I work on this piece. I really hope it made some sense. If I continue doing this, it'll take forever and it'll be too long. So let me know what your thoughts are. How did you find the session? What do you think about the female, masculine and the feminine energy? Does it make sense at all that inside you at some level have felt in the feminine energy worthless and not worthy of deserving the best, so you kind of were okay with the scraps, and in your masculine energy where you'd felt like you had to numb yourself, quieten yourself, no communication, no connection, so that you felt that you were being respected, or you thought you might be respected, but actually it kind of went the other way. So and how you are now being asked by the universe, by your creator, through this video, whatever messages that you received, is to come into your own being, come into this space and look at how beautiful and perfect you are. And this is, by the way, guys, the third eye. This is when you connect your feminine and masculine energy and ground you to this place, your third eye opens, your enlightenment happens, and this connects you to the oneness of the creation. Oh, it's amazing. And then you ooze out everything that is pure light, that is pure love, that is pure of everything. You start having perspectives from your logical side and your intuition side, and you balance them together, and you become the promise of peace. Oh, the promise of peace is a marriage that happens within you. Your masculine energy and your feminine energy, when they marry each other, when you allow yourself to deserve the best because your creator wants you to be to deserve the best. It wants to. The universe wants to give you the best. When you understand this and you allow yourself to communicate it back to the universe, it will automatically be the marriage which is the promise of peace. And when you are in the state of promise of peace, you will attract the most beautiful, magical, unbelievable relationship in your life, because the universe is waiting for you to speak up, to communicate, and to understand your worth and value. When you understand your worth and value through the creator's eyes, you will automatically be able to speak and communicate that what you want, and the universe will deliver it to you, because that's what it's here to do inside the womb. Oh man, I love it. I love art. I love the way it helps us gain clarity into these beautiful insights. So I'm very excited. Like I said, if you feel like joining me for my art healing sessions, the next one coming up is about 7 sins. If you feel like joining in for that to understand why and if you have committed the 7 sins, and how they are your path to your truth, and how they are the ones, your sins are actually the gift that helps you to get to your heart. How magical is that, guys? And yeah, so if you feel like joining, it will be this Saturday on the 11/11. Send me a message, connect with me. You can send me a message here, or you can connect with me through my TikTok or my Instagram, which is HUMNA_being, and I'd love to hear from you. I'll share the details with you. This session is based on donation, so you can donate whatever it is that you feel appropriate. You do not have to interact through these sessions that I run. You can just sit there and listen, and if my energy resonates with you at any level, you can just sit there and you know, be inspired with me and see how it makes you feel. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Take good care of yourselves, everyone and anyone, everyone, and I will speak to you soon in my next video. Lots and lots and lots of love and peace, everyone. Enjoy your day. Bye bye for now.